Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Replay Roundtable brought to you by Attack Motorsports International Sim Racing Team. My name is Nightmare. Welcome back to our channel. If you're a new person here, haven't watched one of our videos before, welcome, absolutely welcome. If you have watched our videos before, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We would definitely appreciate it. Most of all, if you like the video at any point, leave a like. But what also helps us out a lot is leave a comment. Comments help us a lot with the algorithm. So, yeah, any comments, you can tell us we suck. I may not respond to you, but you can tell us that if you want. It's all good. Alright, so tonight we're going to be taking a look at a race from Gear. It's been a while since we did one of Gear's videos, and he just told me I had to stay out of his replays, but I told him I don't have to. Yeah, this is at Maggiore. It was a couple of weeks ago on the Grand Prix track. I believe it was Group 3. So yeah, here we go. On the count of 3, gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so as always, we're going to get through the first few corners here, and then I will introduce who we got with us. Yeah, so away we go here. Waiting on the green light. There it is, green light. There we go. Or what passes for a green light on this game anyway.
So it looks like the Supra is most popular, right?
Oh yeah. By a long shot.
My goal was to make it to lap 7 on soft, and then pit, and it seemed to work pretty good for me.
Yeah, I ran this on with the FT1 and played a pretty good qualifying lap and did pretty good for the 2 races I did. FT1 was a good car here too.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Especially with the fuel so low, you can rip the nuts off of it and not have to worry about it. And actually drive the car like it's meant to. So
now this uphill going into the next turn.
Yeah.
Like I figured out on fresh tires, 4th gear seemed to be faster. And I noticed when I watched the replay later, a lot of them were dropping to 3rd gear, in which I did when the tires got wore down. But on fresh tires, 4th gear was where I was gaining a lot through that turn.
Yeah, I think there was a couple of different cars that people could use in here. The Toyota, the FT1. But, I mean, for the most part, that was it. You get somebody running a Beetle once in a while or something like that, or a Corvette. But it just seems like Polyphony needs to do a better job of setting up races where a multitude of cars could be a good car. You know?
Right.
They need to do a better job balancing BOP. That's the problem, because you get 1 or 2 meta cars. And that's because other cars just can't keep pace.
Right, and then
some of them can, like the Lamborghini and the Audi really can keep pace. It's just they're difficult to drive, and a lot of people just don't want to try learning.
It's a pain in the ass to drive those cars quickly.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, they keep
from tire wear.
Yeah, then meanwhile they keep not doing anything at all with the Alpha, so the BOP is a joke for that car.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, yes, it can run a little, it can brake a little later, and you know, maybe turn just a little bit better, but man, it gets burnt so bad on the straightaways that advantage is no advantage.
I was looking at some different manufacturers, different from the obvious choices again.
Yeah, who are you looking at this time around? Oh, sorry, hold on. All right, so joining me right now, we have the subject of the video. We got Gear.
Hello.
We got poor Uncle. I just interrupted him.
Hello.
And we got joining us for the first time in a while. We got a Cursed Axe with us.
What's going on, guys?
All right. So now, what were you saying, Uncle? Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, I was just looking at some different manufacturers, like ones that I've went with before, but they're not very popular. But they seem to be getting a little bit more competitive, like Subaru.
Oh, really?
That was another one. Ferrari I was looking at. So
well, the only reason, see, I want to try and stick with mid-engine if I go with something. Well, I'm going to go with Alpha on my main account and on my European account. I'll stick with Alpha on those two. But on my Quicksand account, I want to do something different. And I kind of want to stick with a mid-engine car. because I'm used to the way they handle because of having driven the Alpha so much. So I was thinking like McLaren or Ferrari, you know, something like that.
So, guys, can I get some constructive criticism on this race? What you see I might be doing wrong?
Yeah,
in all
good job.
honesty,
wait for that guy to drive off the track and then go by him. That was a nice move.
yeah, see, Gear, this is why I put up this replay as an example of what our new guys should look for.
Right.
Because I was watching this race, you know, looking for spots to skip and all that stuff, and I'm like, well, this is actually pretty damn good all the way through because it's showing exactly what we want our new guys to do.
Yes,
Perfect example. If you see a guy driving to the dirt, drive past him.
Yeah.
Wait for him.
Or and be patient enough to, you know, put some pressure on him and let him make a mistake.
Well, he was holding me up, and I just was biding my time, right? Just hoping that he was going to mess up, or I would get a clean pass on him.
Excuse me. Yeah, and that's something that a lot of people, you know, whether they're new to the game or just haven't been able to really improve. That's something that they really, really need to learn. Like I said, that's why I put this video up as an example to the team.
If anything, I'm just the opposite. Because I'll watch my replays, and a lot of times I'm being way too conservative.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta practice more with that. But I'm just, as I get more comfortable with the car I'm in, I'll push it a little more. But
yeah, like some of these turns here, you can be using up a lot more of the track.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're driving real conservative, but you're gaining on these guys, so like there's no need to push it. But.
Right, but see that's the thing too, is he's actually gaining on them being conservative.
Yeah,
so
you can see third place right there, so it's not like you're out of the race at all.
Right.
It's still just kind of following, seeing what's going to happen.
The first place guy, he just checked out.
Yeah.
Nope.
But at that,
there you go.
Yeah. Exactly. You waited for somebody else to create a mistake and took advantage of it.
Perfect example right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they that worked out awkward for you. If you could have undercut both of them, and kind of dodged back to the inside, but that Lamborghini was real slow coming out of that corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You weren't in a good position to take advantage of that. But you weren't in a bad position or doing anything wrong there. You just didn't have you just weren't in the right spot to be able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, it just worked out bad for you. It could have been a perfect opportunity if the Lamborghini forces super in front of you into something. Is that enough? I don't even know what they are.
I don't know.
Now, Axe, do you see anything that I should be doing differently?
I've been watching your. I'm not the greatest driver, so I'm not really.
No, but you are one of our fast guys, Axe. Whether you want to admit it or not, you're one of our fast guys. Yeah, that Lambo just bolt biffed it.
Yeah.
I just figured what lap was on there too, and I get in the gravel a little bit. But I saved it, and I don't know how I did, but
I would say probably just maybe your entries. Some of them are, I think, a little shallow, which kind of will kind of force you to lose a little speed through the turns.
Okay.
That's
something I'm constantly working on myself. So
that's a really good observation. You could probably go a little bit deeper into the corners.
Yeah, so for me, that's kind of like calling, the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
I think I was getting that turn one.
Yeah, you're nailing turn one easily. But
1 and 2 you're good.
You can actually take it a lot deeper. You can be all the way in the yellow if you really want to charge after a fast light. And like this one here, if you really want to get a fast light, you can be all the way in on the white. You can actually be underneath the curb.
So. Yeah, because I think on that corner, as long as you've got the outside of the left tires.
No, you can be underneath the curb on that.
Oh,
yeah, you can be all the way off, but you got to be careful on your acceleration. because it will throw you off the other side.
If you can straight line your front wheels and find that line through there to get on the gas quick, you can save 2 to 3 tenths going down that straight.
Okay.
But it's a hard one to get right consistently. I mean, I struggle with it.
And also a lot of it depends on the car too, because I can do it with the Corvette, but I cannot with the 4C, because the 4C is so light it gets chucked off to the other side.
Yeah, I can do it with the Porsche and the Vet.
This corner, you can really cut this corner right
here.
That one, you can go
farther than what you did,
Yeah, you can put 2 wheels on the grass and not get track limits on that one.
Yeah, it just depends on the angle you come in at.
I don't know. You can put 2 wheels on it for sure. You can get
But you
need to have some sort of concrete underneath your tires.
Yeah, that fast right, you can put 2 wheels on the grass. I mean, that's if you're trying to go, stomping for a fast lap.
Right.
But I mean, this one is quite liberal. That's like when we were doing our King of the Hill. I don't know if you were there for that one, but every time I was cutting,
a signal on it. Is he telling you he's pitting?
I think that's what he was trying to tell him. Yeah.
Yeah, and I realized that too, but it was too late. I was already in there.
Well, he did turn it on a little bit late. Had he turned it on, a turn earlier?
So I don't know, man. I spotted it. I would have kind of tried to go around the outside there.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right, so there's your critique for tonight, Gear. Watch for the turn signals.
Yeah.
Signals, that's what they're fucking invented for.
All jokes aside, the lobbies I'm in, a lot of times they have them on for no reason.
Yeah, right. That drives me nuts sometimes. You just drive out behind a guy with the fucking 4-ways on. You come back later on in the race, he pops up in front of you again, like, oh, this fucking clown again.
Yeah.
Like all you guys are good at that. Like, if I let, if you guys get around me or whatever, like TK always does that. Snaps the 4-ways on and turns them off right after he makes the pass.
Yeah, I was just to say thank you for not making it more awkward than it needs to be.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, for allowing him to get around without fighting him.
Speaking of guys fucking with guys, next week's replay, folks, is going to be one from one of our brand new members. And he decides to do some Snidely Whiplash kind of shit. So it's going to be... It was pretty damn funny when I was watching it at the time. It was kind of mean, but it was funny. So, yeah, make sure you tune in next Monday for that one.
I think I was getting that corner pretty good there, too, when
I'd say you're
you can still use more track on the outside. On the left, when you go through there, you can run it way out to the left, like almost outside of the white and red curbs.
Here's one thing I am going to say, though. One thing that I've noticed in this replay, just specifically, is you've gotten a lot better at being consistent in your laps. You're hitting the same marks, you're cranking the same turn every time.
My mistake, I said lap 7. I run like 2 or 3 of these races, and I think the other races I went in lap 7. But...
Right.
Yeah, I think whenever I did the 2 races, the first one I just guessed and did like, I started off from medium both times. I went in like lap 6 or end of lap 5 going into 6. And it seemed to not be too hard on the tires on the softs at the end of the race. So you went a little bit deeper than I did, but
he was out. He started on the softs too, though.
Yeah,
right, but I'm saying like in contrast, compared to what I did.
Yeah.
But I think I was a little more brutal because I had to be, because in my race I was fighting some dude that was just crazy fast, but he kept screwing up, so I was able to stay in the fight with him.
Yeah. See, I like when that happens.
Yeah. And then had some stupid ass sliding all over the place, smoked his tires. Like first lap in my life, miserable.
Yeah.
Softs too, and I was just easily keeping up with him because he's drifting every corner like he was playing for a grid.
Yeah, see right there, you could have gone.
Yeah, you
you could have cut.
A lot worse, right?
You could have, yeah. Oh yeah.
You
yeah.
took the corner just fine, but you got on the gas too soon.
Yeah.
You could just see that it
Well,
was
he could have cut that. He could have cut that banker a lot, quite a bit more than what he did.
But what
the line that he
surprised
took
me
is just fine. If he took it proper and he accelerated at the right point, he hit the gas a little bit too soon, which pulled him out wide. But
Yeah, I have a bad habit.
Overtaking that other guy going
also
up the
too,
hill.
he's in that Chilean draft, so that probably helped with the push too.
Yeah, a little bit of dirty air.
For sure.
Yeah, because this Supra sucks in the draft. It's got 0 front end grip.
Mm-hmm. This game is really accurate on some of those things that it's nuts. Like the grip, like you can actually see like some cars don't have those little fins on the front.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It affects them. Like the 86 doesn't have them on the Group 4 cars, so it really doesn't have the front end grip. But you can brake so late and stuff that it's just agile.
Yeah. If I would actually probably go with Toyota if I liked the FT1 or the Supra better. I just can't drive the damn things.
Yeah, but that's why it's twitchy. It doesn't have all that downforce. It's really lightweight and agile, but it just doesn't have any downforce really, so it's kind of twitchy.
Mm-hmm.
And the Supra's a good car to get used to. You just gotta learn how to be gentle with the acceleration.
Gran Turismo 7 the Supra will probably have a Group 4 Supra in the next one.
I hope so.
I mean, it makes
well, they
sense.
put it out in this one. You just can't pick it.
Right, because you had to have that certain survey or some shit. Yeah.
It's a nice livery from the guy in front, kind of Gran Turismo 3 inspired, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Old school Castrol.
Yeah, that was the real life livery that someone replicated for Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is a very, very consistent run.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a great race, buddy. Great race.
Yeah, you are definitely. You found your marks and you're hitting them.
It was later on, after I'd run a couple of races and kind of, got a little more comfortable with the track and the car, and I pushed it a little more.
Yeah, you just gotta find it sometimes. Like, there's some tracks that you just know you're gonna have good results on it. Some
good lord, we're on lap 9 already, guys. So I really need to mention the sponsors. I gotta thank Enox for supplying the music. Roy was kind enough to give me permission to use the music, so don't copyright strike me. We got permission. I can provide it if necessary. Also, I want to thank the Booga Box. He's made all kinds of really cool Attack Motorsport merchandise, so if you want to check that out, I have the link in the description. He also does custom-made chainmail creations, and we're not talking suits of armor chainmail. We're talking little tiny rings that he makes stuff out of. It's really cool stuff. Let's see here. Oh, he also does laser etch acrylics and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool stuff. Go check out his website. Like I said, the link will be in the description. Also want to thank Adam at hardrockdaddy.com for sponsoring the video. He's a music-centered website. Really cool stuff. All right. Now that I've got that out of the way.
This is a key point in the race right here.
Yeah, I can see it. Oh, yeah. He broke early.
Yep.
Maybe it was just
backed out of it a little early.
It's the next lap. Oh,
I'm telling you what, you're harassing the crap out of this guy.
Yeah, you definitely are making it easy for him. What is?
But see, this is, again, is a reason why I brought this to the team's attention, because he's harassing this guy.
Yeah,
there's not much chance he's going to catch first place. So, unless first place completely loops it and just stays there. So just, he's not really pushing hard. He's not making any contact with this guy. He's just harassing him into making a mistake. This is the perfect example of patiently aggressive.
I liked what I said in the group chat better.
Oh, what did you say?
Passively aggressive.
He's not passive.
Oh, you went way shallow in that corner. You should have forced him right out to the edge of the track.
Yep,
yeah,
I agree.
Could have dove that one.
Okay.
That one is definitely a case where you should have been more aggressive on that one.
Yeah, just push him out. Like, you've got the inside line. He's already given it up, right? Like, you're already on the inside. Now force him to the outside of the track. So you're taking the normal racing line.
So
that'll make him
giving them space on the outside.
If I would have pushed it and got into his got over on his right side where he had to give me room.
Just keep forcing him over. Say, dude, like, you know where you should be. You should be over on that right side. Like, don't come over to the left. I'm over here.
Right.
And
You were in
over to the right.
You were in the perfect position going into turn 1. You should have just pushed it a little harder to get inside and just kind of squeeze him out a little bit, because that would have forced him to go more shallow into turn 2 where you had the right line.
Yeah, just slowly start moving your way over to the right, and he's going to realize, like, okay, to make this corner, he's already got the inside. I've got to give him the space, and you just slowly work him over to the right side of the track where he should be. That was a great move.
Nice.
That's where he messed up right there.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
I noticed that you just crossed over him, though. It was.
Yeah, I noticed the last couple of laps that he was getting kind of squirrely coming out of that turn too. So.
Well, I wanted to get going because I was watching that fucking Volkswagen was gaining on us.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get going, but.
Well, again, see, you could have pushed the issue going into turn 1 on this last lap.
Right.
Look how far back he fell. Holy crap, he's just gone.
Yeah.
His tires.
All right, guys, that is going to be it. Gear, that was one hell of a run, buddy.
Well, thanks. I had a lot of fun racing him.
And no, I'm not going to stay out of your replays. I will pick whichever one I want, pal.
I was just messing with you anyway.
All right, guys. On behalf of Attack Motorsports International Sim Racing Team, this is Nightmare reminding you, attack the track, not each other. Until next time, everybody, peace.